Trick plays is what it took for this Patriots offense to finally get some points on the board. I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Mike Petraglia and Evan Lazar. Between the first drive of the game, the flea flicker touchdown pass to Julian Edelman, and then we saw James White throw a pass out there. It was Josh McDaniels really went to his playbook in this one. Something you were looking for, Evan, to really get a little creative when this Patriots offense has been so incredibly stagnant.
Listen, this Patriots offense cannot create explosive plays. Those 20-yard plus passing plays or running plays, they're just not there right now. So what do you got to do? You got to dial up some trickeration. I think people are going to look at this in one of two ways. They're going to say, good on Josh McDaniels for finally getting creative and calling some of these plays and playing to win this game, right? And some other people are going to say this offense is so putrid that we need to run halfback passes and we need to run flea flickers. We need to do all these things. I come somewhere in the middle because I think that in order for this Patriots team to go on a playoff run, they are going to need to get creative offensively. If they just go out there and play vanilla offense and they run 3 wide receiver sets and they just throw the football and run the football and there's basic schemes, they're not going to score very many points. Right. They're going to have to do some of this trickeration type stuff. They're going to have to think outside the box a little bit. And good on Josh McDaniels for finally getting some creative bones in his body to figure out some ways to create big plays through the air, because obviously they're not going to be able to do it simply by dropping back to pass.
An ice cream sundae, guys, is a great capper to a great meal, but it's not a steady diet, and it's not healthy. And to me, that's where the Patriots are with their offense. They have a lot of...
But that's where we are, right?
Yeah.
So what's the alternative? The alternative is for them to just play it straight up and just not score any points, right? I mean, what's the alternative to either no trickery or trickery? I mean, if you gotta play trickery, you gotta play trickery.
The biggest problem, real quick, off the line of scrimmage, the Patriots receivers are getting no separation, so every team you're going to see the rest of the way is going to be playing man coverage right at bump and run on the receivers.
Well, I was going to say, we're in the home stretch here. There's only so many games left of the season before the playoffs. This is kind of, like you said, this is what you've got at this point. So, Trags, is this trickeration, is these trick plays, these creative kind of calls going to be what the Patriots have to rely on to make a playoff run?
Well, if you're talking about creating space in the open field, probably yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to find ways to get James White into space. We saw it in the second half against the Texans. We saw it a little bit here again on Sunday against the Chiefs, where they found ways to get James White the ball. When they do that and they're creative, they're going to get big chunk plays. But other players have to step up. But right now, where's it going to come from? It's not coming from your tight ends. Besides Julian Edelman, nobody's making a big play down the field. And obviously Philip Dorsett could have, but pass interference not called kind of got in the way of that. But that's where they are right now.
Tonight, I actually thought the story of the night offensively, in terms of the negatives, was the offensive line. They really sent a lot of blitzes at the offensive line here tonight. I think what we're starting to see on film is that opposing coaches are realizing Tom Brady doesn't have guys that are going to get open quickly other than Julian Edelman, and this offensive line is still kind of trying to figure out its way, and we can blitz the heck out of Brady. Brady was pressured on 50% of his dropbacks in the first half. It got a little bit cleaner there in the second half, but the first half there was a lot of jailbreaks going on, and I think that really opposing coaches are going to continue to blitz Brady until they can figure out a way to beat it, to either block it up or to get receivers open. Tonight, the offensive line, and I don't want to rag on James Ferentz. It's similar how we ragged on Marshall Newhouse every single week, right? It's not just one guy, but he had a rough game out here tonight against Chris Jones. And Chris Jones really owned him in a lot of situations where they couldn't really afford him to get beat as badly as he did. That offensive line needs to play better than they did tonight. I think they know it, but that's where I would start more so than anything to do with the receivers or anything like that.
This Patriots Press Pass is brought to you by betonline.ag. Head to their website, enter promo code CLNS50 to receive your welcome bonus. For all the rest of our Patriots content, head to our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.